Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Featured Commentaries Daily. Just like the episode yesterday, what we're doing here is we are taking featured commentaries from Riot Games, and I'm basically commentating the game, giving analysis and tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. And there'll be one every day, so if you enjoy what you see, please subscribe or like the video, and you can come back and see each one every day. All right, so this game is actually not one of the featured games. Is a game from one of my friends. He is very high ELO though. He's about 1800, 1900. Um, and it looks like it's going to be in, Ari, Nautilus, Oriana, Corki, and Aurelia versus Lux, Kale, Jarvan, Anivia, and Hecarim. And we're going to pick this game up at the 1 minute mark in the game, so we're not starting directly at the beginning, but nothing really has happened so far in the game. It looks like Jarvan is going to go top. Um, looks like Nautilus is going to be in the jungle, and it looks like Hecarim is going to be in the jungle on the other team. So it should be pretty exciting. Then let's just pick this up right where we left off here. And so yeah, so kind of interesting so far. Two regrowth pendants from the blue team so far. One on Oriana, and the other one on Nautilus, the jungler. Um, starting regrowth pendant is kind of an interesting dynamic. Uh, I'm going to say that I don't agree with it. We'll see how it develops. Oriana definitely sacrifices the wards for the regrowth pendant. She's going to be supporting on the bottom, it seems so. With the regrowth pendant, though, I think she might be being a little bit more aggressive than your normal support. We'll see how that dynamic works out. Her range is really going to help out that Corki to zone. And it looks like started wolves on both sides going into blue. As I said in the last episode, starting wolves is a really, really good idea. It speeds up your jungle. It makes you faster. That's the definition of speeding up. And it's just really better to start at wolves and then go to blue, or start at race and then go to red, depending on where you're starting. So it looks like it's going to be Jarvan versus Aurelia. I kind of worry for this Jarvan, especially since he started boots and not armor, but he is doing some pretty good trades. He should be able to do some good trades until about level 3 or 4, and then if he really is playing correctly, that is, then it should go in the Aurelia's favor. Ari versus Anivia. This interesting lane. Anivia isn't exactly the most mobile champ on the planet. She's really slow, and it's really hard to farm with her until she gets her ultimate. Not saying like it's impossible or anything, but her AD just does so little that it's hard. Looks like still more aggression coming from the top, and Aurelia trying to do as much damage as possible. I think she won that trade there, but just brought her back to normal. Nautilus is really low in the jungle right now. Hopefully he doesn't get caught, and it does not look like he's going to be. Does get that red, and I don't know if he's going to be able to go. Is he going to go back here? He should go back here. No way to gank. Overall, very aggressive play from both sides so far, trading a lot. The stun does go down, but Jarvan going in and using the Demacian standard combo to knock up, and so they are trading a lot, and it looks like Aurelia has used 3 of her 5 potions, and Jarvan has used 2 of his 3 potions. So interesting dynamic there on the top. On the bottom, this is a really fascinating lane. The Corki versus Kale. It's going to be AD Kale, no doubt. With the Lux support and the Oriana support, really unconventional support champions so far, that have come from the bottom. It's definitely not going to change. They're not going to swap out, be like, hey, Soraka, tag out. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic there on the bottom to see how the aggressiveness of both sides plays out, because both are pretty aggressive support characters. And as you can see, doing a lot of damage. And it looks like Jarvan calling for a gank here. Hecarim going to come up, use that bonus movement speed, maybe try and bait this Aurelia. Here he comes, and there he goes. There's the knockback, and Aurelia might not have a chance. Blows the flash. Might have been a wasted flash, and yes it is, and Hecarim gets the first blood. So really good gank. What's really cool about Hecarim is that, especially since he went back and he got boots, is that he's just so fast, and he comes in, and actually the Nautilus gang comes down and flash to avoid the stun is really good. The taunt that we missed ended up putting Anivia to egg, but Hecarim coming in wanting to get this gank done, and and I thought the flash went down, but it didn't, and counter flash goes down as well, but the taunt, and it looks like Ahri is going to get away. And while we were watching those two little engagements there, Corky got some really large amount of damage handed to him by this Kayle Lux combo. If Lux lands that snare, then it's going to be a lot of damage really quick, especially with Kayle's AoE. It's like a Tiamat on a stick. Well, is Tiamat already on a... I don't know. Don't worry about it. So pretty good matchup so far. Gold's fairly even. Jarvan went back and got 2 Doran's Blades, but more action going down on the bottom. Corky wanting to get this Kayle. Flash does go down and see if Orianna tries and catches this Kayle, and it's just not going to happen. Hecarim and Lux are going to enclose Kayle in their awesomeness, and Jarvan doing even more work on the top, but actually losing trades, and as I suspected, that it's just not going to work for long, and really actually getting a quick ninja tabby, and that's an actual really good move by her. To really nullify this Jarvan damage as much as possible. Looks like Nautilus is going to come in from behind and try and make this happen. Jarvan trying to make trades, but he is losing the trade. The Ignite goes down too. Nautilus is a little bit late to the party, but Jarvan going the wrong way. Oh, where did my tower go? Nautilus misses. Oh, no. Nautilus misses with his hook. Oh, that would have been a sure kill there if Nautilus would have hit his hook. And Hecarim looks like he's going to go up to the top and try and hold this lane here for Jarvan. And Ahri, is she going to land? She going to land the taunt? Oh, she just misses the taunt, but it doesn't matter. The third flash from that ultimate ends up taking Anivia out anyway. And a lot of damage being done on the bottom too. And Corky actually goes down to the combo. It was really, really close. But Orianna and Corky go down. Actually, we missed that as we were watching Anivia. And a lot of damage being done on both sides, but just that little bit of advantage from Lux. I think Lux does do more damage than Orianna at this point. Oh, yes, definitely. Because Lux is started with Pick plus Amplifying Tomb. Orianna has a Philosopher's Stone. So a little bit different path there for the gold per 5 items. And that little bit of damage is just, it really shows there on the bottom. 2 kill advantage for the red team so far. They definitely, like, they only have about 700 gold advantage. It's not really that much. At 8 minutes in the game, 700 gold is kind of a lot, but like it's definitely not something to worry too much about. They're behind, but they can, red team, or blue team rather, is behind, but they can definitely come back. Looks like Ahri got full boots and double Doran's rings. It's pretty common. That magic pen plus the damage from the Dorans is going to work really well. Anivia looks like she is going to go into either Tear the Goddess or is going to get her Rod of Ages. We'll see which path she chooses. Both are fairly viable. Anivia started boots first, so that makes it a little bit behind, but more aggression happening on the bottom. The exhaust goes down on Kayle, and is Kayle going to get away? And oh no, she's not. A great ultimate goes down by Orianna, and Lux is looking like she's really hurting too. He can take some tower hits, but he doesn't need to. Actually, it goes down really well, and Ahri comes up and tries to make this happen. Jarvan slams dunk to try and catch Aurelia there, but I think he missed, and he goes down as well as the Hecarim, and that was not what red team wanted there. A really great gank there by Ahri. Really good map awareness, knowing what's happening, knowing where to be, and just got those 2 kills. So So 4 kill exchange there for the blue team. The double kill on the bottom. What's a bottom? And the double kill on the top. So a little bit of reset here. People going back to the jungle. People going back to lanes. Looks like Anivia is getting a catalyst, so it will be the Rod of Ages. As I said, both are fairly viable. Looks like, oh, and Anivia misses the stun. Oh, no. How does she miss that? And it looks like Ari's going to get away with about a quarter health. And more aggression here on the bottom. Lux actually catches the Orianna and does a good amount of damage with her ultimate. And Corki's going to have to scoot and shoot here in order to keep doing damage. And no, he does back up. So so KO definitely winning that exchange. Oh, and the Lux trap just missed. So pretty good exchange there by the Corki and the Kale. I believe that the Lux definitely got the better of that. Ooh, and the stun actually hits, and that's going to be a lot of damage there, but Nautilus comes charging in with the flash, uses the ultimate, trying to do as much damage as possible. Hecarim's shortly behind, though. He might be baiting this egg here. He must definitely baiting the egg because he because he flashed in and gets the Ahri, no problem. Nautilus is going to have problems now, though. Hecarim charging as fast as he can, pinging that Aurelia is coming down, but it looks like nothing is doing. Aurelia is going to be fine. I mean, Anivia, that is going to be fine. I don't know about this Kale on the bottom, though. Kale actually might... Oh, and misses! She actually misses with the ball, and Lux goes down to the Corki, but both of these guys have to be careful with Hecarim coming down into the jungle. They can actually see where he is, and they need to back as soon as possible. I think that they're both going to make it. Yes, they are. And it looks like Aurelia is going under tower. Slam dunk on top is... Oh, and it's go! So great amount of damage there by Jarvan. Just not enough to outdo the sustain. The Ignite was really the difference there. So it looks like 2 summoner spells, I believe, went down. Nope, just the one by Aurelia. And both went down from J4. So kind of interesting start to this game. A lot of action. Lux went that early lucky pick, and looks like she might be doing the new Morellos, which would be kind of interesting. No, actually, that requires a blasting wand. I'm sorry, it's a new item, and decides to go straight for the damage, whereas Orianna goes more for the gold per 5 with the early Philosopher's Stone in the regen. So it's interesting to see how that's going to pay off for either of them, since they're both have pretty much 0 CS. And actually, Ahri getting a little caught here and flashes to avoid the stun and does a good amount of damage there, but Anivia's getting caught. She does not have egg, and there goes Anivia, just completely melts. So pretty much a failed gank there. See if Nautilus can catch Kale. A hook should be incoming very soon. There is the taunt, and there is an ultimate as well. And oh, Kale uses her ultimate in order to save her. Is it going to work? And a heal does go down as well. And just that little bit ends up saving her. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Lux having some problems holding onto this tower, has lost half her health already. As suspected, Jarvan on the top is pretty much losing the fight against Aurelia, and when I say pretty much, I mean completely. He's down by 20 CS at this point, a full level, and actually, Ahri just stole that blue. That's a really good move. Almost a full level. And I remember Jarvan got dove under that tower, so it's really not doing so well with Jarvan, and he's just gonna have to make something happen. Maybe get a few more ganks out of the jungle. But a little bit of reset here. Lux actually has bought a Magi's. It's kind of a ballsy play, especially for a support character. And one that is as squishy as Lux. She's going to have to be really good with her positioning in order to make that investment worth it. So we'll see if that works out for her. Double Dorans from Jarvan and Kale. Looks like Kale is going for a Wriggles Lantern here very soon. And Ari going on a horse hunt here, trying to see if that works out, but no, isn't going to overextend. Anivia is actually moving down to the bottom, so Ari might have a free shot here, but no, misses the Q, and I don't think she actually used the taunt there, so that ended up being pretty much a moot point. Meanwhile, on the bottom, looks like Corky's want to come in for the kill, but actually gets caught there by the Lux and taking a lot of damage. This might actually save Kale here, and yes, it does. Meanwhile, Hecarim wanted to come up and gank Aurelia, but nothing doing there. And actually, Lux coming in, using the ultimate, and completely destroying Corky and Orianna. So no gank going to be happening here for Ari. Saw her coming down. Unless she's might be able to get it. Oh, why did he stop? Oh, no. Oh, does he have his ultimate up? Oh, he does. And a great ultimate there by Kale, but that jump just was a little bit too late, or the ultimate was just a little bit too early. So I meant to say, and Hecarim comes in for that kill on the Ahri. So pretty good trade so far. Blue team is up by about 1.5 gold, 1,500 gold at this point. Most of that probably be from the kills. I think farming is pretty even so far, except for the Jarvan lane, which he's down by 2. Or by 20, not 2. Why do I keep forgetting zeros? This is disturbing. And Anivia, Ahri, actually Anivia is down by quite a considerable amount, so that's going to be what makes up for the gold there. And let's see. Corky versus Kale is pretty even, and looks like Lux actually got caught there and lost a huge chunk of her health. Hecarim coming down to assist maybe, or maybe just going for Dragon in the fray. No, he's just going to Ward Dragon. Pretty smart move there. And Lux is still pretty low health. She might be trying to bait them into coming too close. But here comes Hecarim. And oh, a good flash in order to get away from the Lux laser. And Corky goes down. Orianna might be soon behind. But here comes Nautilus. Hook goes down on the Hecarim. And Lux coming in maybe a little too close to the sun, but they just don't have the damage right now with Corky gone. Here comes Anivia actually getting caught here into the egg. Aurelia's down here too. And see if they can do enough damage with the Aurelia. And it looks like, oh, she disengages from... Oh, that almost was a disaster there for the Ahri. Aurelia disengaged from the Anivia, and Hecarim just going to get away with that ultimate. Orianna wants to survive so badly, but actually drawing some dragon aggro. So that was a 2-for-1 exchange. Anivia and Kale dying. With only Orianna dying for the blue team. But the Corky had died before. So we'll see. Oh, and here comes Hecarim coming in for the kill. And he definitely gets it. And who's going to get it? Oh, red team steals that dragon. And Ahri needs to get away from this. Corky actually kind of coming in a little bit late. But he might actually get a double kill here. Here comes Lux. Is she going to be able to make it happen? It's going to be close. No, actually, she's going to get caught. She's going to get kited. Sorry, not caught. And Jarvan, once again, losing a lot of health there from the Aurelia. So it looks like Anivia and Lux are going to be camping this bottom lane for a little while. Kind of interesting tactic. Kind of allows Ahri to get even more ahead here. And no, actually, Anivia is going to be retreating. Just wanted to push that lane. And meanwhile, on the top, Aurelia takes out that turret. No problems at all. And Jarvan just really, really hurting right now. So blue team doing a really good job of pushing up. Yep, doing a really good job of pushing up and being aggressive when they need to. Some kind of interesting plays. About Red team's about 2K gold behind right now. Anivia has completed her Rod of Ages, so we'll see how that works. But actually, Oriana getting caught a little bit there. The Nautilus ultimate goes down, but the Kale ultimate tries and shields this Lux, and a heal goes down as well. So much to stand right now, and a great Lux snare, but is it going to be enough? Yes, it is, and Nautilus kind of getting caught here, taking a lot of damage. Oh, and just dodges the double kill. Been so close, but Corky running into his doom. Anivia kind of like, whoa, there's a guy here, has to burn flash in order to get it, and that's going to be the end of that Corky. So Oriana deciding to go an alternate route, and actually a little bit too much going on in the jungle right now. Blue team is like, hey, what are these guys doing here? And Ari actually might go down to this Jarvan. Yes, she does. Aurelia needs to, Jarvan needs to get out of here, because Aurelia and Nautilus are right on the chase. And, ooh, a great jump over the wall. Is he going to be able to get here with an execution? And no, he's not. He actually decides to go kind of the wrong way there. And Nautilus does not want to die. Actually hooks into the turret to make that work a little bit better. Jarvan trying. Oh, and he might get away now. Aurelia has no more, but actually he goes the wrong way. He keeps going the wrong way. They're caught in the wrong position. What is going on? And Jarvan still, there goes it down. Another flash trying to get this Jarvan. Is it going to happen? It's finally going to happen. It's not going to be an execution. And Oriana takes the kill. And Corky telling these kids to get out of my jungle. What are all these guys doing here? And Ari is here too, so we'll see what happens. Looks like Oriana might be coming up as well. Lux coming in, trying to make the stun go down, and actually just trying to catch him off guard. But Ari's going after the kill, who did successfully steal the red. And there goes down the ultimate, and goodbye, Kale. So that's going to be Ari's red. So a pretty good exchange there. A little bit aggressive play there from Team Red. But in the meantime, really evened up the gold count. Getting that dragon was really, really helpful. Stealing those 2 buffs, actually, was really, really helpful. And it just kind of evens up this game with a slight gold advantage going towards the red team. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm like yawning up a storm. And it looks like Nautilus is going to come in and try and do the gank. The hook, actually no, he goes in for the ultimate. Hook should be going down soon. There's the taunt. Hecarim coming in, trying to shield the damage. A lot of damage going down on Hecarim, but I don't think that's the one they want to be focusing, especially with all the damage coming from Anivia. And Ari goes down really quickly. Nautilus is caught. The slam dunk slams right into his face. And there goes Nautilus. So 2 kills there. And 3 kills, actually, with Oriana dying as well. Kale going down, though. And Lux goes the wrong way. No. But it looks like Anivia might be. No, Anivia. Oh, my. Anivia actually decided to go the other way. Whether it would have saved her or not is up for debate. But, wow, that was kind of an interesting play. Anivia comes in and cleans up that Corky. So we are all tied at 18. 500 gold advantage for the red team right now. Jarvan has actually come from behind with the gold. Does not have gold per 5 items, but he, as Aurelia has been roaming around the map, he has been catching up with farm. He actually is leading Aurelia in farm now. So at 23 minutes, 168 farm is pretty good. Ari is kind of falling in the same path. Ari roaming around the map and kind of lacking on the farm and allowing Anivia to come back as well. And a great taunt goes down on Anivia, though. And it looks like who's going to win this fight? It's going to be close. And, ooh, the ignite actually is not enough. And here comes Aurelia. She's not going to be close enough to jump. But this, now she's close enough to jump. The egg is up, but is it going to be enough to save this? And two more members are there, and Aurelia is not in a good place. She gets walled in. It should be. There it goes. There it goes. But Oriana Ultimate actually doesn't hit as many people, I think, as she wanted. Hecarim comes in with the gap closer, trying to get as many as she can. Ari is not in the place she wants to be. Gets slowed. I don't know why she came back, tried to do as much damage as possible, and she's going to go down as well. This is going to be a 4-for-0 exchange. And to be honest, except on Hecarim, a little bit on Kale, and the Anivia egg, not a whole lot of damage went down either. It's not like, oh my gosh, we need to back immediately or else somebody's going to, Oriana's going to get a pentakill. No way. So, kind of an interesting exchange there. As we reset a little bit, Kale farming the top. And I'll just let it go to directed camera here as we explain items a little bit. Blue is pinging Baron, thinking that they might have gone in that direction, but nothing doing. Aurelia has gotten her early Trinity Force after the Wriggles. Pretty good move there. Trinity Force is just really strong on Aurelia. Aurelia actually catching this Jarvan here and doing a lot of damage. Jarvan hasn't done anything yet. He needs to turn around and fight or get out of there ASAP. Kale is right behind, but there's three people here. This is not what they want to do. Anivia tries to stun to save, but it doesn't seem to be working. Jarvan actually is going to get away with very little health, but there's going to be a little engage here. 2v3 at the moment. Here comes Kale from the side. Great ultimate goes down on the Anivia, saving her life most definitely. Corki goes down as well, along with Oriana very shortly, and Ari is not long for this world as well. Anivia finally goes down. But a great use of that Kale ultimate there, and a lot of damage actually went down. I thought Corki died. I could have sworn I saw Corki die. Oh well, maybe not. But Corki is pushing the bottom. And that was a 3-for-1 exchange. So Red kind of taking the lead here. You wouldn't know it by towers because Blue Team isn't the lead in that. But they are winning these exchanges pretty handily. Some really great usage of their spells to catch Blue Team a little bit off guard. So yeah, so getting back to our little reset, looks like Anivia has bought her Death Cap and another Blasting Wand. So we'll see which direction she wants to go with that. Probably is going to be an Archangel Staff maybe, or maybe an Abyssal Scepter, depending on which way she wants to go. Looks like Lux has died 2 more times since she's gotten her Magi's. So she has gotten her Death Cap now, so we'll see how that really plays out for her. But I really think that with the 2 deaths, and actually Nautilus just got caught there in the jungle. That's not what Blue Team wants right now, especially when they're behind. And Corki actually getting caught as well, kind of. Is he going to go down? Oh, and yes, it does. He does go down just barely. A great stun down on Jarvan by Anivia, and they're just starting to roll this game. Ari actually got a little bit there, but kind of a fail Lux laser there. Didn't actually work. But still some great damage going down, and Ari going down in the jungle as well to these guys. So Lux having to use Flash in order to get away from that turret, and being a little aggressive here, trying to get this Aurelia. Hecarim taking the turret. Oriana trying to get away, but the hook does go down on Kale by Nautilus, and they actually need to get the heck out of dodge here. They're taking a lot of damage, and this Nautilus is at full health. And Corki is back to life. So Blue Team pinging Baron, as they probably should, but the Red Team is way too low health to get Baron right now. So they'll just be backing off. And as I said, they're up by 9 kills right now and up to 5.1k gold. So that should really work to their advantage. Jarvan is building armor right now. Looks like he's going to be getting a Randuin's pretty soon, which is kind of an interesting play. Especially, I guess it's a pretty good play, but, Ari is really the damage right now. Aurelia is 2 and 5. Ari has 8 kills, so we'll see how that works out for him. Like the team kind of needs a more tanky option, especially since Hecarim isn't building super tanky. It does have the Aegis, but yeah, they pretty much need that tankier option, so that might end up working out the best. The Nautilus ultimate goes down on Lux, and it actually knocks her up, but to no avail. And Ari going in, trying to do as much damage as possible. Anivia completely melts her, though. Jarvan getting that kill. Slam dunk going down on Nautilus. Maybe not the best person to get that down on. This is actually not a very good engage here for the red team. And an okay stun there, trying to hold them back. But Kayle was not alive, or at least not there anyway. And Anivia did a pretty good job of catching the Lux, but I think it just ended up being a bait. Blue team is going to go for Baron here. This really would help them get back into this game. Baron plus another good engage, but red team is going to be encircling this. It's going to be close. Actually, I don't think it's going to be in time. No, it's not. Just late. They're kind of lollygagging, I guess you would call it. And a lot of damage going down on Anivia. They want to get as much damage as possible. Nobody's targeting the Aurelia. Aurelia's just having a field day on Anivia. Now they finally turn around and get her. And she's actually going to... Yes, she is going to go down. So Anivia uses the egg. Her double life there. And that was a 3-for-0 at Baron. So I don't know if that was necessarily worth it. Aubrey got away, so we'll see. And it looks like Hecarim also has a Trinity Force. So 2 Trinity Forces on the red team right now. Really is the only one with Trinity Force on the blue team. Nautilus does not have a Wriggles. He does not jungle with Wriggles. He does have the Abyssal Scepter, though. It really will help against that Anivia burst and gives and reduces magic resist of the people nearby. As I'm reading the tooltip straight from the thing, like I didn't know that already. So that works out really well. And he also got the Aegis, which will help his team fights greatly. Aegis is just such a strong item. Like, in lower ELOs, you don't really see it as much, because I guess I just don't think people view it as that great, but in lower ELOs, because it doesn't, like, increase your damage, I guess, but, like, in essence, it does, because it gives you all those defensive stats. But as I'm yakking on, Ari actually gets caught by the slam dunk, but she just kind of uses her ultimate to get out of it. And red team taking a lot of damage from this turret here. And Aurelia goes down, but Jarvan goes down very soon after. The Lux Laser goes out, but just does not do enough damage. I think that this is going to be a win. Yes, I definitely think this is going to be a win for the red team. Actually, Kayle's on the bottom doing a lot of damage to Orianna now. Flash goes down, and Orianna bites the dust. So this turret, ooh, it was close. But Corki's going to come in too, and this might be the end of this Kayle. I'm sure he has his ultimate. No, he uses his heal, and his ultimate is up, so actually good thing he didn't use that preemptively there. He didn't really need it. Uses his speed and his heal, ends up getting away. Really great use of that there. Looks like he did go Phantom Dancer before Infinity Edge. That's more of a taste kind of thing. I really like Infinity Edge better because it just increases your damage by a lot. Those crits really help you out. Oh, and it looks like Hecarim. Oh, it was close. But yeah, he didn't want to get trapped in that. Ooh, and Lux actually gets caught by that. And Ari's got to be careful. She's using her ultimate, trying to do as much damage as possible, but just not enough. Hecarim coming in with the knockups, with the CC, and just doing work. And red team is now up by 13 kills. Only 6,000 gold. Well, that is kind of a lot. But 6,000 gold, 13 kills. This isn't looking too good for the blue team. They did win that last big team fight, I'd say. But they've just been kind of lagging behind in other regards. And it looks like we're just kind of toying around, clearing jungle, stealing that blue jungle, making sure that that blue team can't get it. Looks like Hecarim is going to be going to the top, and Kale pushing the bottom as well. So kind of a split push-ish happening here, but a lot of poke going down. Blue team could probably engage this if they wanted to and win easily, but Kale is converging in now. And Hecarim is just kind of waiting for his opportunity. So maybe a false sense of security here. Oh, actually missed that stun. I thought it was actually going to hit, but Nautilus goes down, and here comes Hecarim as well. And Slam Dunk tries to go down on the Aurelia and actually works, but red team is actually really low health now. Aubrey gets another kill, and Oriana actually got the kill on the Hecarim. So this is actually not working out as well as red team wanted it to. Kind of a bad engage for them. Anivia goes down while an egg, and Lux goes down as well. So that's going to be a 5 for 2. Oriana getting at least 2 of those kills. Yep, she's now 4 and 7. So blue team definitely showing that they are not ready to give up just yet. Definitely going to get this next tower. They have plenty of time to do so. All of their lanes are pretty pushed though, so they can go back to farming after they get this tower. And there goes that tower. And there they go back to farming. So yep, as I suspected, it does look like Jarvan got the Randuin's Omen. That's going to be really, really good for its active. I'm not going to read it to you like I mistakenly did for the Abyssal Scepter, but everybody knows what it does. If you don't, it's a really great tanking item, and it does an AoE slow. So, and let's see, it looks like 2 Deathfire Grasps on blue team. I think Deathfire Grasp was recently changed. No. The stats look about the same, but it looks like it was just I'm pretty sure it was just recently changed with the Morello's Evil Tomb patch. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know. But yeah, so 2 Deathfire Grasps on Team Blue. That's gonna do a lot to take away the tankiness of the red team, because it definitely does percent health, or it does. I think it does AP per percent health. I will read this one. Magic damage. No, it's just it's percent health. So that's really going to help their case there, and they have 2 of them, so it's going to do even more. And Hecarim coming in, trying to make something, and actually steals that blue. Really, really great. He just kind of wasted his abilities there. He doesn't have anything for this team fight now, but he got that blue. He wanted that so bad. And Jarvan actually tanking the crap out of this, taking a lot of damage, but he doesn't care. He's moving in. He wants it to happen. And Nautilus using that Shurelius to let his team get away, but it looks like Lux really needs to back up here, taking some damage that she really doesn't need to. It was 2 for 1 there, and this could be the turn of the tide for Baron. And Kale does start it. Really close behind, a little bit of a preemptive wall. And, ooh, actually catches her! Oh, a little too late. I don't think she noticed that she caught her until a little too late. And Zanya's goes down by Lux, but nothing doing. Corki is just like, oh, you're going to Zanya's? I'm just going to go and wait. And then, boom, you're dead. Yeah, it was, never do that again. Okay. So, red team did get the Baron. That's going to be really important. They're up by 7k gold again. And it looks like they're going to move towards the Dragon. Red team has pushed their lanes quite well. Kale is the farming leader at this point, though. 285 CS and rising. 286 with 38 minutes into the game. That is really good number so far, especially for this game, where so much action has happened as people moving across the map just almost constantly, it seems. And looks like Nautilus might get... Oh, actually, Hecarim might get caught a little bit here. He doesn't want to be there. Like, hey, I'm just going to hit you once, and then I'm going to leave. But looks like blue team is just trying to push back this minion wave push here and turn the tides of the lanes. And looks like we're going to regroup a little bit in mid, maybe. Oh, looks like Jarvan is moving towards the top, clearing that lane, then maybe regrouping with his comrades in the middle. Red team is up by 11 kills. So we'll see how this affects the team fight. Nautilus may be a little overextending here, but he's Mr. Tankman. He doesn't care. And there goes the Banshee's Veil, but Kale doesn't care. Kale doing a whole heaving ton of damage here, and excuse me, it looks like Hecarim is moving in, wanting to force this fight as much as possible, trying to do as much damage as he can before they get into turret range, and backing up a little bit. But Kale just taking huge chunks out of the turret and life-stealing it all back, because he does have that Bloodthirster, and it is fully farmed, that Bloodthirster. So that is definitely going to give him a lot of bonus on top of everything that the Bloodthirster already does. They can probably just target this turret, and here goes Jarvan. Slam dunks on Ahri. Turret goes down. Anivia coming from the back, trying to get the Orianna. Doesn't end up happening, but this push is going to be quite deadly. And here goes Jarvan again. And just so many slows, so much CC. And Nautilus is going to be a heavy customer to take under the tower. May not want to do that. But the inhibitor is going down as well. And it looks like they're going to continue to try and push this. Nope, they're not. They are going to go back. Or are they? I'm sure Kale is not very happy with his team right now after he got that kill. And the team decided to retreat. Might have been the better option there, but they probably could have done a little bit more damage. Fortunately, we don't see the chat in this. But it does. Unfortunately, we don't see the chat in this, but I'm sure he's not very happy with his team's decision making there. I am going to fast forward this a little bit as we reset. And actually, I just jumped to live, so we can see what looks like it's going to be the final engage here. And yes, it is. It is going to be the final engage. And here comes Hecarim doing his mighty charge. And there goes the last turret. And the Nexus is going to be going down very, very shortly. And yes, there it does. So, pretty good game. We missed a little bit of the last fight there because I pressed jump to live on accident. But overall, a really good game. Really pretty close there for a long time. But Red Team just really took the advantage there. They capitalized on the team fights. They're using their skills a bit better. And it just ended up working out really for the best for them. As far as the endgame analysis, a Frozen Heart coming from the Nautilus, really good item for him with the Aegis of Legion. Shrillia is just really good support item. There ended up being 2 Shrillias, maybe a little bit better coordination between the support and the jungler there. Might have been able to save him a little bit, but the two Deathfire Grasps was an interesting move as well. I know that Ahri sometimes needs that little bit extra oomph nuke, and that might have been what she really needed. But interesting choice from both of them. Corki got the Banshee's Veil, needed that a little bit of magic resist, especially because of the Anivia, because that Anivia combo just completely ruins your day. Banshee's Veil really helps that. I like that move a lot. He might have been trying to go for Maw, the new item, Maw of the Malmortius, I believe it's called, with the pickaxe. We'll never know, obviously. And which I like as well. Been really good for him. He does have the 1 Bloodthirster, and a fully farmed 1 Bloodthirster is really strong. So, you can get 2 or 3 even if you want, but you really need that defensive item. You're just way too squishy if you don't get some sort of defensive item. Lux ended up getting 2 death caps along with her Zhonya's and her Magi's. Her 8 deaths kind of make me feel that the Magi's was not the best idea, but they made it happen. So, and it ended up working out for them. Let's see, and two and two Rod of Ages as well. So interesting choice by the Anivia, trying to get a little bit more tanky, I suppose. But yeah, other than that, like really great game, really closely fought. Purple team pulled out that win, did what they needed to do, used their skills really well, and yeah, so that concludes episode 2. If you liked what you saw, as I said at the beginning, please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. Or please like the video and share it to your friends. Throw it around. Do everything you need. We're doing these every single day, except for Sundays. And so I guess not every single day. But yeah, so please subscribe, please like, and I'll see you tomorrow.